Welcome back to Story Time with Rich. No, really. Welcome back to Dad's Fox Body Garage. Wanted to bring you up on what we're at, or where we're at, what we're doing. And last week, if you remember, we pulled the trans out of Colypso here, R&R'd a rear main seal, and started getting everything ready to go back together. So since then, I don't think I went through the mock-up with you yet, but I did set this together. Nothing's torqued down, but just to make sure everything fit. Did that because I didn't have any Loctite. Otherwise, I would have just installed it. So I picked up some Loctite, and we all know that needs to go on the crank bolts so they don't leak oil, and so they don't fall out. Although I've never lost any of them, and I don't always remember putting Loctite on them. Also got a, what did I get? Oh, yeah, while I had it out, I realized I had a transmission fluid leak through the front of the trans. So I pulled this guy off, and sure enough, there's a tear in the rubber seal there. So instead of just replacing the torn seal, I spent a few extra dollars and got a new unit that has the steel sleeve on it. So it's supposed to make the throwout bearing, travel smoother and won't hang up and all that. So that's good. And my clutch fork, the springs, I had one that was all bent up and mangled, and although I bent it back, I was like, that's probably the last thing I need is for that thing to go bad or fall off or do whatever it can do in there. So super cheap, still an OEM part. I think it was 23 bucks or something like that through NPD. So tonight, it is Friday, 5:30, and I'm just going through some things, wanting to get some stuff together. I put some spiz on that thing, as you can see, the output shaft or input shaft piece here, bearing retainer, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to slap that together so it can have a chance to set up tonight so I can add fluid to it tomorrow once it's installed. And I figured I'd pull that clutch down and clean all that up and get that ready to go. But I'm not going to film all the boring stuff. I'll pick it up when something real exciting happens, like pulling a transmission in. But the plan is to get it back together and run and drive again. I know I had all these grand plans of U-joints right now and all that stuff, but I need to get the car movable so they can install my garage doors soon, because the car's gotta leave. So the goal is to get it back together. I'll do the new Speedo gear while I'm at it. But once I get the garage doors on, then I can just do whatever I want whenever I want. So, but I think what I'm gonna do actually is, once I do get this running and driving again and get doors, we're probably gonna get onto the Stormtrooper and start tackling that, because that's what I really, really want to get dialed in this year. I told you I have tons of stuff to do on that, as far as new ring and pinion, new upper and lower control arms, trans is coming out, new rear mains going in, and might send the trans out to get freshened up if I can find someone that does it reasonably. Every place I've checked it, like buying one from what was it, Monster Transmission, yeah, they're pricey. But if anyone has any ideas, shoot me a link. I do want to go with the AOD still, because it's nice just to cruise around. My wife can hop in it and she can drive places, or if we take two cars, it's nice. So anyhow, that's it for tonight. I'm just gonna get at it and start cleaning this stuff up. Oh, another thing I cleaned up was, take a look at the bell housing, guys. Stripped the paint off of that. Really neat. Things have come so far since, I was a kid. So you used to have to buy like aircraft stripper that was like nasty and just like burned through the earth, you know. Well, this stuff here, I just got it at Ace Hardware, you know. I want to say it's 15 bucks for a can. It doesn't have methyl chloride and all that good stuff that the old stuff used to have. But I'll tell you what, you spray that stuff on, and within 15 minutes, the paint's falling off. And you just rinse it off. Doesn't stink. Doesn't eat a hole through your sole. I took it up to the quarter car wash because it's just easier than pulling out my power washer, and blasted it off, and that's what it looks like. I'm just like, wow. It's a heck of a lot better than scratched up, greasy black thing that I had. So, shout out to a new product there. You know, not a sponsor, but worked really, really well. Another thing I got was, you know, the Copper Ultra to seal up those headers a little bit, because I noticed they were a little bit on the crushed side, you know, where the flanges mount there. I know I had one of them leaking. You can see all the black soot around it. But again, I don't know how much I'm going to leave together, and Permatex comes off easy enough with a wire brush. But that's it for now. We're going to catch up tomorrow after a good night's sleep. I've been fighting a head cold all week, so I'm not going to stay up late tonight. And we're probably going to sleep in tomorrow. But we got our parts, and got to remember to put that together before the spizz dries. And we'll catch up tomorrow. Welcome back. It's Saturday morning, roughly 10:30-ish. Been out here for about a half hour. I've been pretty productive. Took the clutch assembly back off, put some Loctite on the bolts, put that back together, figured out how I got the flywheel off, you know, without having to pull the headers. Got that back on, or flywheel, I mean bell housing. Clutch is hooked up. Got a little bit of slop in there. It looks like I'm gonna need a adjustable clutch cable with this one, you know, where it has the firewall adjustment. Doesn't sit the same as the factory one, but that's okay. What else? Oh, I got the starter in, and that bolt that took me hours trying to get it out. I remembered how I accessed it and got it on in about 5 minutes, so that was really nice. Now it's time to put the transmission in, I guess. I guess that's what we're here for. So, yeah, I've been very productive so far. I'm going to put the trans on the jack, raise the car up, and then kind of lower the car onto the transmission so I don't have to lift it. At least that is the plan. Not going to try to juggle a camera around or give you a butt crack TV or anything, so I'll pick you up when I'm ready. Alright, well, she put up a fight. Got close to that last half inch, you know, and no matter how much I moved that sucker around and everything, I couldn't get it to seat. And finally it just went. So, you know, one of life's great mysteries why that happens, right? But it's in. My new one bolt, or my one new bolt from, remember last week, that welded up one. I got the new one in there. Hooked up my wideband again. I did pull the shifter all the way off this time, so I got to pull the top of the center console off to set it back in. But I figured I needed all the help I could get going in, and I didn't want to get hung up on that thing. So now it's trans cross member time and reassembly. Not too much excitement there. It is noon though, so it just tells you, you know, it does take a little time to do this stuff. Started out easy and then kind of you know, turned into a hot mess after that. But we'll check in a little bit and let you know how we're doing. All right, guys, it's 12:55, and as you can see, we are done. Trans is in, cross member's on, speedo gear is swapped, exhaust is on, drive shaft's on. You can take it down off the jack. And if I haven't told you guys, if you're gonna get one of these 4-post lifts, spend the extra money and get one of these. They're awesome. Slides back and forth. Position it anywhere you want. That's it. You can put it anywhere you want. And drop 4x4s on the ground. Yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna catch you up later this afternoon. I actually have to run out now. I got about an hour ride ahead of me. I'm gonna go buy a hood for Colypso. It's a stock hood, and I'll tell you about it in a little bit. I gotta get going. All right, and we're back. Let me show you what we picked up today. Actually had kind of a relaxing day today after getting the trans in anyways. I don't know if you can see this out here. Oh, barely on the camera. But just picked up a factory steel hood, and it's in really good shape from what I could see, you know, for its age anyway. It's gonna need some work to be perfect, but you know, that's not how we roll here on the channel. So my vision is, like I said, like I started saying before, right now we have a 4-inch cowl and a drop air cleaner and all that. Well, it's been a dream of mine since I was a little kid to have a bug catcher, right, on top of one of these blowers. So I think I'm going to do it. Let me show you my inspiration here. I took a screenshot of it. We can see that there. I mean, that to me is just coolest thing ever. So that's the look we're going to go for. We got home at roughly 4 o'clock, and I've been messing around out here. Just did a nut and bolt check on everything. Nothing really to get on camera because I had everything wrapped up beforehand. I put the, filled up the trans from the top. I don't know if anyone knows that trick or not, but you can, we'll just say, do some slight alterations to the center console where you can't see them under that black cover, and you can pull your whole boot assembly and everything off of there, and put your top of your shifter on. Well, first you fill it up with trans, so then you don't have to be like squeezing it in or trying to pump it in. You just pour it right in where the shifter goes. So I got that all sealed up, put together, and I have to say the clutch is probably 50% harder than it was before. I kind of expected that, but didn't expect it at the same time. But everything works well. Do the old side to side shuffle there, and no leaks underneath. I just had it started, so let me see if it'll start back up easily. And it is in neutral. Of course, I just pulled the key out. I should have just left it in. Things will warm up, obviously. But sounds great still. I mean, obviously we didn't do anything with that. But we don't want to try going into gear or anything, or I don't anyways, because still up on the lift and don't want to drive off the lift accidentally. So maybe in the day, one day this week, I'll move all this junk out of the way over here. You see, this is my hold up. These are my doors that are gonna go up, and currently the best place to store them is under the lift, of course. So anyhow, that's the plan. Is the big push was to get this movable again so I can get my doors installed, and once my doors are installed, you know, we can do whatever we want at that point. But that's why I went to buy that hood, like I was saying. Sorry I'm jumping around a little bit, but I'm thinking in my mind I'm gonna make a template of the stock hood, cut it in half, like fold it in half and cut it, and then very precisely sketch around the engine that protrudes up through, like the supercharger, carburetor, and whatever that bug catcher is gonna need clearance. And then transfer that to the red hood, cut that out real nice, paint that, you know, bright Calypso, and try rocking that for a while. We'll put the black hood up in the rafters for now. May get some kind of protective stuff, maybe some shrink wrap or something for it. Really don't want to damage that. My buddy Kevin did an awesome job on that paint and body work and everything. And not that I don't really like this hood. I love this hood, but you know, let's change things up. You know, it's my car, I can do what I want, right? So that's it for this episode. Clutch is back in, and if you want part numbers for everything, I can send you part numbers. But this is the Ram street strip. Says it's good up to 600 horsepower, and you know, we fall within that range where I think we're probably tickling 5 right now. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. But yeah, we're just going to keep going as time persists, or as we get time, I should say, and keep trying to knock some of these projects out. I got to clean up my tools. You know, they're all oily and nasty and stuff. Clean those up and get them put away and get them ready for another day. But we still have, you know, plugs, U-joints, drive shaft loop, and corner lights. And that is the Colypso pile, I believe. So not a whole lot to do on Colypso. Oh, I do have tires to mount, but you know, we don't have video tires. And I do have the top to do, but the top is going to wait till things get warmer. So that's way down the road, because we're just entering winter here in Michigan. And I'm not wrestling that top around in the cold, because I'll never get it looking right. So a lot of stuff to do still on Stormtrooper. You know, ring and pinion, suspension, drop the trans, fix the leak or rear main leak. That's the other thing, is there's no leaks anymore. I mean, yeah, it's only been running for minutes, but I'm gonna say there's no more leaks. Everything went together really nice, and not that this one was leaking a whole lot in the first place, but really happy that it doesn't appear. Like, I did find like a Tor seal and stuff like that, so I think we fixed the leaks, so that makes me happy. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna try to get this posted tonight. I'm still fighting this head cold, but every day is a little bit better. And tomorrow looks like it's gonna be a rain out as far as doing yard work, so that's a shame. But again, appreciate you guys Please like, subscribe. Subscriptions really do help. And if you want any kind of merch, you know, like I got on today, this is this year's stuff with the YouTube emblem on them. Let me know. You can email me here and let me know what you want. I can take care of you. And just want to remind everyone that, you know, I'm not a trained mechanic, obviously. I'm just a guy out in the garage having fun with his cars and learning as I go. And I'm no spring chicken, so if I can do it, you can do it, right? Just get out there and do it. You'll love it. See you on the next one.